Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Here I am in Lamorna Cove, absolutely freezing, but not to worry. Here I am answering the call of duty once again to bring you easy to understand financial information. I'm going to talk about age allowances. We've been talking over the last couple of videos about how income tax works, and this is related to that. So as ever, before we get into the meat of it, my good friends down here in the bottom right, that's 7 Investment Management, continue to sponsor me here, and I'm very grateful to them for doing so. So age allowances, I'm going to just scooch up a little bit and bring that graphic back in. Remember this from a couple of videos ago? This is the income tax band ladder. So you get your personal allowance at the bottom, and then different rates as your income gets higher determine how much tax you pay. But what I'm concerned about in this video is the bottom bit, the personal allowance, and then the age allowance on top of that. Strictly speaking, its name is the age-related allowance. So this is how it works, okay? We're in the 2012-13 tax year at the moment. If you are under age 65, you get a personal allowance of £8,105. And that means you can earn £8,105 in whatever form, earnings, interest or whatever, without paying any tax at all. Now, if you are aged between 65 and 74, you get an age-related personal allowance on top, so it makes a total of $10,500 that you can earn without paying tax. And if you're over age 75, then you get a little bit more, so it's $10,660 in total. Now, there were some changes announced in the budget on the 21st of March 2012, so this is what's going to happen as of next year, the 2013-14 tax year. And there's 2 stories here, and I'm going to deal with first is if you are aged 65, so if your 65th birthday fell or falls before the 6th of April 2013, here's what's going to happen. At that point, or if you're 65 already, you are benefiting from the age allowance. Now, what's going to happen is that next tax year, the ordinary personal allowance is going to go up for everybody to $9,205, but your age allowance is going to be frozen. So it's not going down, it's going to be frozen. So in future tax years then, that personal allowance is going to go up. Probably the year after, or maybe the year after that, it's going to catch up to the age allowances. And at that point, everybody's going to be on a level playing field. So if you are benefiting from the age allowance now, or if you're 65 before next tax year, the 5th of April 2013, then you will continue to benefit from that age allowance while it's still there, but in time that personal allowance will rise and catch up with it. So the second story is if you are age 65 after the 6th of April 2013, well, I'm afraid then the news is bad. You will never receive the benefit of the age allowance because you will just get the ordinary personal allowance, which will then be £9,205. So long and short of it is, I'm just going to get rid of that a minute. The long and short of it is that if you are already benefiting from the age allowance, or if you will do so before next tax year, 6th of April 2013, then you will continue to benefit from it, but on a fixed basis until the rest of the personal allowance catches up with it. And then everybody's on that level playing field. But if you're 65 after next April, then it's tough. You're just going to always have the personal allowance. So this is what the tabloids called the granny tax, right? Remember that? So one other thing to mention is that currently, while the age allowance is still around, and if your income is more than $25,400, then you probably see your age allowance reduced, because as your income goes over that the sort of benefit of the age allowance is reduced, because that's what the revenue think is best. But of course that's a moot point, because once the age allowance is gone, then that little wrinkle in the tax rules will go as well. So that's an explanation of the age allowances, how they work and how they will work going forward. So I hope that's helpful. Leave any questions under the video or on Facebook or wherever as usual. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.